brother rivalry, family rivalry for this championship this year. And Conor Shanahan, the first to step up to the mark as he fires this GT86 down. He waits and leaves it late because he gets to the wall. He dabs the foot brake. Now he gets on the throttle, puts the back end of the 86 to the wall, transitions the car across the circuit. Very nice line into outside zone 4 as he puts foot to floor now, dials off the angle, looks for the transition. He knows it can't be snappy. It needs to be fluid and smooth, and he makes it work as he looks for the final outside zone. Across the line, on the wall he goes.
I was just watching going, I would hate to be a judge here today because that was another phenomenal run. Qualifying in 26, but he's still up in the 90s. And here we go off to Kosov, very aggressive on Conor Shanahan, but he makes a little error in the chase position. Shanahan goes up to the wall. Kosov surging forward. Shanahan using the left foot brake to try and extend the arc of the car out towards the walls. Now Kosov making another dive up onto the door, very close from Alexander Kosov, and now he's in the pocket. Now he's putting pressure on the would-be champion as they come around that last corner. Shanahan's not getting this one easy as Alexander Kosov pushes him across the finish.
Well, look, Kosov now needs to lay down a perfect lead line. He needs to put it right where the judges want it to try and get the favour swinging his way. And look at this, Shanahan knows he's quick. He knows that Kosov's not going to mess around. Look at the initiation from Kosov. He's right there, he's onto the wall. Shanahan, no proximity at the moment, leaves him the room to manoeuvre. Now, will he make the big dive onto 4? As he does, and he goes wheel to wheel, and he kind of upsets the line of Kosov there into the outside zone. They transition back. Kosov's on an absolute flyer. Shanahan has to shortcut the circuit to make the dive onto the door. He's there across
ready to go. This is a big battle for the championship.
It certainly is. Look at this from Kosov, already making the attack, trying to get up onto the side of that Toyota GT86, and gives him the room to manoeuvre, lets him set himself up on that qualifying line. And now look at Kosov, goes for it, but it's an early transition. He's going to misplace the car, and he's going to have to work to get the back end into the outside zone, but he certainly gets there, and he gets the front end of that Nissan 200SX into the groove. Up to the door he goes. Kosov is not going to go down without a fight this weekend.
It's impressive. It's impressive.
Kosov's lead on the first battle was better. Can he replicate that? Can Conor Shanahan now lay it down? Can he stick it to the door? Kosov with an absolute flyer down into that first outside zone, sticks it to the wall, flexes the back end once again up in the air, but that affects the line of the car and upsets where he is, and that opens the door, and that allows Shanahan to get closer than he was before. Now he has the proximity. They transitioned for the final corner as Shanahan looks for the door, and at this time 200SX, and he's glued to it across the line.
You know what? It was just down to that one mistake, out of zone. Championship's blown wide open. Conor Shanahan needs the points here for the championship as they roll into the first corner. Shanahan in the lead.
Yeah, look at this already though. Itay Sadar on the inside makes a brave dive, but he's now put himself on the inside edge of the circuit. It means he's shortcutting it massively, and the judges won't like that. Conor goes wide. Itay Sadar goes for a dive in the outside zone, but he's way on the inside again. He can't hang with Shanahan as Conor Shanahan applies the pressure. Big flick across the circuit from Conor Shanahan as Itay Sadar has no answer for the pace of the other Shanahan across the line.
The biggest difference is not the air temperature, it's the ground temperature.
Yeah.
It was 50 degrees. It's probably down in the 20s, and this is making all the difference.
It certainly is, but look at this. Shanahan now, he knows he needs to get the job done. He's probably been on the radio to the spotters, and they say, look, blow his doors off, and this could be the one right now, as Itay Sadar goes for an absolutely blinder of a lead run, fires that car. It needs to be deep into the wall, sparks into Shannon's face. As Shanahan is right there with him, he's deep in the zones, and he's onto the door of that BMW, as Conor Shanahan looks to make one last dive up to the door of Itay Sadar's BMW.
The crowd are ready to see what happens next. It's a battle you never thought would happen, but it's happening right now.
It certainly is, and Shanahan fires that car down. Look at Nakamura, he's on the hunt for the side of that GT86, and he goes close up to the wall. Both guys absolutely door to door right now. Shanahan flicks the car across the circuit into the outside zone. Nakamura slow, shallow angle. Can he keep the pace with Shanahan? They've turned that car up to 100, Dave, to get away. And look at this from Shanahan. Starts to make a move, pulls more distance than before, and Nakamura dives across the circuit onto the door.
To be the European champion, he's got to go through Nakamura to get there as they go through the gears. And into that first corner, Shanahan loses ground.
Yeah, he does lose ground, but now he starts to make it back. He makes a big dive. Look at that car popping and hopping across the tarmac. But Nakamura's flying. He wants to get away. And Shanahan said he was a worry. He said he was a different style. But look at Shanahan. Dives onto the door. Nakamura wandering and wavering in the outside zone. He jumps across the circuit. Shanahan goes for the door. He looks for the back bumper, but mistakes again from Nakamura. As Shanahan gets on the back bumper.
That's a hard one to call. That's a very hard one to call. You've got to say... head off the line.
Here we go, through the gears they go. Shanahan won't want to let Laurie Heineken get away, and he doesn't right now as Heineken fires down to outside zone. Conor Shanahan onto the wheel, onto the front wheel, onto the door. He's all over the side of that yellow and purple S13. They transition across the circuit. Heineken is an absolutely pinpoint perfect. And look at Shanahan though, not an inch between them as they come across the circuit into outside zone 5. Shanahan wants this more than ever. He wants to be the leader of the championship, and Heineken absolutely nails it.
A minute going, I don't even want any part of this. They are going to war here on track as Shanahan now leads in Heineken.
Yeah, look at this. Heineken doesn't want to let him get away. He tags him on initiation. And when he messes himself up massively, Heineken throws himself out of competition. And Conor Shanahan looks across and says, well, you know what? That's how it happens.
I told you, this is what's going to happen, Ian. I'm not saying I wanted to say I told you so,
it looks
but they went too
now,
far.
Dave.
It went too far. Someone was going to push too far, and it looked to me like Heineken tried to get too greedy on the run-in. He made the hit, he caused some damage. I'm not sure why he shut down, but something went very wrong. Shanahan in the chase, they are go.
Yeah, the light goes green, they come through the gears. Vincek's going to want this one more than ever. He fires down onto initiation, but look at Shanahan, he's right with him. He's closer than anyone's been on the outside zone. He's door to door, wheel to wheel with Vincek as he flicks the car across the circuit. Vincek tries to upset Shanahan, but it didn't pay off, and now Shanahan wants to repay the favour. He dives across, almost makes contact. He's on the wheel, he's on the door, he pushes the champion across the line.
Absolutely insane from Conor Shanahan. He found something there. He's not letting this young upstart take him down. He's going for it here from the off. Last run of the night. Vincek fires in. That's closer than anybody's been here on the track. Vincek's hungry. A little wobble from Vincek as he now gets back up onto the door of Conor Shanahan as they come through. Vincek now starts to turn the screw. Big dive up onto the door. Shanahan goes to the wall. Shanahan is almost touching every moment on this track. Vincek backs off a little bit as he comes back into that last corner. This is what makes Drift Masters the most special place on earth to watch these be the best.
To go, it's Vincek to lead out Conor Shanahan for the final step on the podium away. So Shanahan fires down onto the door, and he's closer than he was before, and he's deeper than he is before. And look at this, the bumper is already off, and Vincek's car is dispatched by Shanahan as he goes closer onto the wall than he was before. Foot brake on foot brake, they're dialing in, they're absolutely glued to each other. Right now, as Shanahan pushes Vincek across the line.
Incredible, this is what it's all about. Only way he's top step tonight, and here we go.
He's off the line, he's through the gears, and look at the concentration on Vincek's face as he initiates the same time as Shanahan. Flames erupt from the back of the car as he noses the S15 onto the door of that GT86. Shanahan goes to the wall. Vincek's closer than he was before. He now makes a big dive in outside zone 4. He's wheel to wheel. This is closer than they've ever been as they fire through that transition. Shanahan on a flyer, but Vincek not going anywhere. And now the separation opens up as Shanahan takes it across the line.
Unreal.